The search for the lost tomb of Cleopatra reveals an exciting gilded burial in the Egyptian city of the dead. One of the tombs at the ancient site of Taposiris Magna. Archaeologists are one step closer to discovering the long-lost tomb of Cleopatra after an exciting discovery in an ancient temple in Egypt. The Mystery of Cleopatra. Archaeologists may find the tomb of the Queen of Egypt near Cairo. Scientists discovered two mummies belonging to high-ranking individuals who lived at the time of Cleopatra in the city of Taposoris Magna, currently Abusir, near the city of Alexandria, indicating that the queen could be buried there after her tragic suicide 2,000 years ago. Cleopatra is known as the last queen in Egypt, and she is one of the most famous rulers throughout history, but her last place remained a mystery. It has not been resolved yet. Some experts believe that the beautiful seductress was buried in Alexandria, where she was born and ruled most of her life. Others suggest that she settled at the ancient site of Taposiris Magna, which is full of hidden passages and tombs. And 30 miles from Alexandria, was the city surrounding the temple of the same name, a prominent port city, during Cleopatra's period. And now, with the new discovery in the temple, it is believed to include dozens of ancient burials, and may indicate the existence of her long-lost tomb, according to what was published by the British newspaper The Guardian. He described the discovery as exciting because it shows the importance of the necropolis, or city of the dead in Taposiris. The hunt for Cleopatra's tomb. Egypt. Found furnaces, burning in a huge wall from the Roman era. Late. Egyptologist Dr. Glenn Goodnow, of the University of Liverpool, who is presenting the documentary, said, although it's dirt, it's been covered from 2,000 years underground. At that time, these mummies were amazing. Goginio notes the two mummies, in poor condition due to water leakage from the tomb, but evidence indicates that they were covered entirely in gold leaf, a luxury usually enjoyed by important members of the upper classes of society. X-rays of the mummies show that they are male and female, and it is likely that they were high-ranking priests who helped the queen maintain power. The pharaonic scarab, which symbolizes rebirth, can be seen in a leaf of gold, on one of the mummies. The excavations at Taposoris were led by Dr. Kathleen Martinez, who worked at the site for 14 years. She was convinced, more than ever before, Cleopatra was buried in the temple after her discovery, the new one. It is believed that the high-status individuals who helped found them. Perhaps they communicated with the queen personally. The search for Cleopatra's tomb continues. It is believed to have been excavated about less than 5% of the site. Taposoris, ancient Magna to present. Cleopatra VII was born in 70 or 69 BC. She ruled Egypt, as co-regent, for nearly 30 years. The discovery of the ancient Egyptian city of the dead, revealing unparalleled some scary secrets. She is famous for her marriage to the Roman Emperor, Julius Caesar, and the queen died, in 53 BC, by suicide. After being arrested, in the Egyptian city of Alexandria, by the Roman ruler Octavian. According to legend, Cleopatra committed suicide, by her grace. For venomous snakes, probably a cobra, bites them to death. After her death, Egypt was annexed by its Roman rulers, effectively ending the ancient Egyptian Empire, which was 3,000 years old. Pharaohs often built huge tombs to be buried in, but given her status as a prisoner of Rome at the time of her death, it is likely that Cleopatra was quietly buried in a very simple tomb. Years of searching for Cleopatra's tomb, without much news. Until yesterday, archaeologist Dr. Zahi Hawass announced that he was close to knowing the location of the tomb of Queen Cleopatra, indicating in a statement to TG24 agency, on the sidelines of his participation in the Palermo Conference, recently held too, that he located the burial site at Taposiris Magna, about 30 kilometers from Alexandria. The agency quoted Hawass, in a report issued today, Sunday, as saying that he hopes to find the mummy of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, and it is likely that they were buried together, in one tomb, adding, they are very close, as we are on the right path, and I have great hope to find them. And find them. We now know exactly where to go to dig, he added. And Taposiris, located west of the current city of Abusir, where the city also includes a city, too, in the east, both of which date back to the Ptolemaic era, on top of a huge rocky plateau in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and Lake Mariaut, on the coastal road that extends between Alexandria and Matru, and that city extends from Kilo 45 even the 49th kilometer, and it is likely that the city itself dates back to the Pharaonic era, according to some, the simple traces that were found in it, as the temple of Taposiris is the most important archaeological monument in it, whose outer walls have remained until now, and the height of each of the northern and southern walls is about 9 meters. It is interspersed with a small entrance, and the walls of this temple were built of huge limestone, which was extracted from the ancient quarries that are currently seen in the area. The historical biography says that Cleopatra had chosen, for the tomb of Mark Antony, a sacred place bearing the name of Taposiris Magna, meaning the city of Osiris, near Alexandria, and this place was of great importance to Cleopatra, because as the Queen of Egypt, she was a human embodiment of the goddess Isis, the wife of the god Osiris. The history of the city dates back to before the Ptolemaic era, due to the presence of pharaonic antiquities in the west, as indicated by a cartouche of Ramses II. Cleopatra VII and Mark Antony are buried. The aforementioned belief came after Dr. Zahi Hawass and Kathleen Martins conducted the vicinity of the Temple of Isis and found a carved head of a man and a partial mask, showing her a dimple in the chin, suggesting the appearance of Mark Antony. They found the sculpture next to a treasure of coins with a picture of Cleopatra VII on it, and depending on that, according to Plutarch's account, they believe that Cleopatra VII and Mark Antony are buried in the area, probably under the Temple of Isis. The region developed into a wonderful city during the era of the Byzantine Emperor Justinian 527 to 565 AD, and baths, markets, and houses were established in it. The emperor also built a government palace in it due to the commercial prosperity of this city's market. Tools of the worship of the goddess Isis were recently found in the place, and it is crowned with a bath carved in the rock as on the Italian design, and the lighthouse is similar to the old lighthouse of Alexandria and consists of 3 floors.